Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lorn Walker, the SkoL brothers.
Welcome to episode 97 of the Sports Card Talk Show. Today we have we're looking back a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about what we're doing today?
Well, once we started doing this Mount Rushmore series, I've done nothing but collect Minnesota Vikings cards since I got back into the hobby. Changed the way that I collected from when I was a kid. When I was younger, it was always about just busting packs because you just didn't get to go around card shows. You didn't have eBay. So what you got was through busting packs. And so when I got back into it a few years back, it was all about just buying Viking cards mostly and doing the Mount Rushmore series. I'm like, oh man, that guy's got a cool story. I want a card of him.
Yeah.
And this is doing the series has changed the scope of my collecting, and I just want to share some of the really cool cards that I've picked up since then.
Yeah, I know when we first started doing it, we had a hard time getting people to come on and share their teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent a little bit of time picking up a few cards then. But it was mostly because, we got to show a couple cards.
Yeah.
And then as it went on, it kind of evolved, and I noticed you have quite the stack. I don't have quite a big a stack, but it did change what I was doing too. I would do primarily Vikings, and then for a while I was doing my fantasy team, which when you're in 4 or 5 leagugues and make as many moves as I do.
Dude, you built quite the collection that one year when you were trying to buy every single guy that you...
Sometimes I wouldn't get the card in time before he was already off my team. So I had to stop doing that.
Yeah, the bottom of your bench players were rotating in and out weekly.
Yeah. But the cool thing about this too is, I've kind of made a turn to more basketball, but it's also, I've been picking up a lot of the old school guys that I used to like watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And appreciation for, I hated the bad boys. Mm-hmm. And now I have 3 of their autos, I think, Lambeer, Mahorn, and Sally. Yeah. So it's kind of funny how it opens you up. Like you said, you were almost only Vikings. In the past, I would have only done Jordan.
You'll be surprised. I've got I think 4 or 5 different Packers in front of me.
Speaking of which, I know you have a lot more, but I'll just show some of the ones that I picked up early on. And some of this stuff would have been real expendy, so I just did some Edward Vila cards. Is that how you say it? Edward Vila?
Yeah, Edward Vila.
Yeah. So just Brett Favre. I mean, these were like $3, but we needed them, Bart Starr. Yep. Excuse me, Ray Nitschke, Dick Butkus. There's your boy George Hallis.
Yeah.
This one I just thought was cool, but obviously he was part of it. But Walter Payton, just thought that was really cool. I'm gonna reprint a Ditka, and this one apparently you kind of like. So might have to make a little move on that.
Yeah, good old
Don Hudson.
Good old Don Hudson.
Yeah. Then we got some Lions, but let's be honest, who really wants to hear about the Lions? That was for you, Eloy, and Jake. And yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned, you went through the Packers, and that was a couple of our first teams, but a couple Don Hudsons that you can't hardly find any Don Hudson cards out there.
Right. This was at the card show, wasn't it?
Yep, this was at the card show. This guy,
I was going to say, you got to talk about that guy real quick.
Yeah, this is the second time that we've been to this card show, and this guy was set up the first time too, and he has nothing hardly but Packers stuff displayed, and I just walked right by his table last fall, and just like a month or two ago when we were up there, I was seeking out his table because I wanted to buy some Packer cards, so I was able to pick up a couple, Don Hudson cards, and to me, I think he's right there in the discussion as the best receiver of all time. Yeah. Just what he did in his era is just unbelievable.
Yeah. It was funny too, because that guy at the table seems like he's, grumpy, maybe is a good way to put it. And you said, "Man, he's really cool."
Yeah. Well, the first time I was like,
yeah.
I walk by, he's got his arms crossed and he just glares at me. Once I started talking to him, yeah, he's a cool dude.
That's funny.
So anyway, then if you're not going to ever probably be able to pick up, well, unless you got deep pockets or want to spend a lot of money, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on a Packers cards, but you can get really cool reprints. This is like from Topps Archives. But yeah, I just got a few of those, and just your legend cards that there's another Bart Starr.
Yep.
That one looks more like the original, but obviously isn't. And then, oh man, dude, I don't know if I want to keep on showing Packer cards. I want to talk about a few other guys that I really, really liked. When we did, actually the very first guest we had on to do a Mount Rushmore was Zach at Football Card Wizard.
Yeah. And
I absolutely loved talking about the old school Rams.
Yes.
I would say that these two guys are on the short list of being on the best defensive lineman of all time, Merlin Olsen. Mm-hmm. And I got a game-used jersey card there. And this card, Kevin actually spotted at that same card show like the next day and called me. And I was like, dude, get it for me. Because I've been after a Deacon Jones card. And this one is way extra cool because it's got Alan Page on it.
Yeah, that's a cool card, man.
And I mean, right there, you got Deacon Jones and Alan Page, which are arguably they consider those two of the top 4 defensive linemen of all time. And
this is really cool, though. I'm just going to point out on card, upper deck, 8/25. I mean, that's a cool card.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I called you and asked you if you wanted it because I so was going to just buy it. But I knew you were looking for Deacon. So
well, the thing is too, the price on that card, you're almost going to pay that much for one of those guys' autos.
Yeah.
And then to have 2 legendary defensive linemen, Hall of Famers, Alan Page, one of only 2 defensive players to win the MVP. Deacon Jones, who's just was a monster in his day. Yeah. So speaking of those best defensive linemen of all time, I have Bruce Smith and Reggie White cards, but I don't have cards that have Bruce Smith and Reggie White.
Cool.
Yeah, this card, as soon as I saw it, I got to own that card.
Yeah.
Super cool card. And this one has them both on the same side. So I picked those up. Oh man, dude. This guy, I can't believe we didn't even mention this guy when we did the Bears Mount Rushmore, but Red Grange.
I thought we mentioned him.
Maybe we did, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. That was early on, and we kind of changed the format. Yeah. So maybe we had him on the page, but we didn't talk about him, maybe. I can't remember. Yeah,
but I remember researching, and I mean, this should have made me want to put him on it, but Red was the greatest runner in college football history. No team could stop him as he romped for 4,000 yards in 3 seasons and an all-time record. In his senior year against Michigan, he carried the ball only 5 times and scored 5 touchdowns. 4 of them in the first 10 minutes of the game. And this is a reprint of I don't know if this is rookie card or not. But I mean, I mean, absolutely, just that's worth owning a card of that guy, man.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know how long I get to do this, but this is another guy.
A few more minutes, but real quick, just we got some of this from the card show, but where did you get the bulk of these? Let's just throw that out there because
a lot of these are on ComC.
Right.
ComC is a great place to go, and a lot of these cards are $1, $2.
Yeah, and when you're getting
50 cents,
800 and 600 count orders, and what was the shipping?
$9, I think now
for 800 cards.
Yeah,
and 600 cards, whatever it was.
Yeah,
but you said, most of them are $1, $2, and it was over what, 6 months,
several months. Yeah.
That's a great thing. I know some people are iffy on it, but man, how can you go wrong? I mean, look at some of the stuff you added on.
I know that if you're looking to buy that, if you're chasing a card you just can't wait to get in the mail, it might not be the place for you. But if you want to just bulk, just rack up cards, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead and show. I just thought. I was looking at the big boxes over there. I'm like, we got to mention that.
Yeah, I've got boxes and boxes of ComC cards I need to sort through. I mean, all these cards here, dude, literally probably 50, 60 cents a piece. They're all just reprint cards.
Yep.
The reason, and there's not many of this guy. This guy doesn't have many cards out there, but it's Bronco Nagurski. Absolutely love his story.
No, I think it's kind of a funny story too when you said, "Oh, I could probably pick up one of his cards."
Yeah. I'm like, I've heard of that guy. I bet you. And I'm like, so I went looking for his rookie card, and apparently it is like the holy grail of football. One of the holy grails of football cards, because it's like 1930 something. I think I might actually have a reprint of that coming in my next ComC order. But oh man, dude! And to find out he's a Minnesotan, a wrestler. He retired for several years. He scored the winning touchdown. He threw 2 touchdowns in like his last game as a Bear to win a championship, and then he retired because he wanted more money, and the Bears weren't going to pay him. And they talked him out of retirement like 6 years later, and he comes and he scores a winning touchdown in his final game to win another.
Yeah.
To walk off as a title winner again. He played both as a fullback and defensive tackle on the other side of the ball. So
it's so much fun. It was a lot of fun hearing all the stories, and I know that you picked up several cards. I picked up a few, but even some of our people that came on, they were buying some of the. Oh, I got to get one of those cards, like.
Oh, dude, I got.
Do you have?
I got it right here, actually. Yeah, these are some cool cards.
Yeah.
Finn wanted to have a card of Chuck Bednarik for him coming on the show to show off.
Yep.
And I loved his story too, because he went and fought in World War II before he ever set foot on the NFL field, and he was a gunner. On I believe a plane, and flew like I wish I would have done a little more research before we did this, but like 29 missions or something like that. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
But yeah, Chuck Bednarik. I mean, and this is an on-card auto. It's I can't remember if this is his rookie card or his second year, but it's from the Topps Archives kind of reprint deal. Yeah, and these guys know how to sign their name too. They were still teaching cursive back in those days,
right? And the Hall of Fame inscription. I mean, that's
cool Hall of Fame 1967. I'm not exactly sure where that lands as far as like the inaugural Hall of Fame class, right? But oh man, dude, there's just so many cool cards that I've picked up. Tom Dempsey, when we had that the representative for the Saints on, I'm having a hard time remembering his name right now.
Just Some Cards, I think was his.
Yeah, Justin Cards was his Instagram name, but I'm like drawing a blank as far as what his first name is. But anyway, he brought up Tom Dempsey. All I'd ever heard about Tom Dempsey is he held the record for the longest field goal forever, which was 63 yards. Did not know that the guy had half a foot.
Right.
And this is another one of those Topps reprint rookie cards, but it's autographed. And I got this for just a few bucks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I mean, people are chasing these guys that have one season under their belt and spending thousands of dollars if they have like a really good rookie year. And you can pick up NFL legends for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Gastineau, I mean,
that's so cool.
I love his. When I saw his autograph, I had to own this card. And when we had Spidey on for the Jets Mount Rushmore. He made his Mount Rushmore. I knew Mark Gastineau. I didn't know that the Jets have had such a feudal history that Gastineau would be on their Mount Rushmore. And then another one of those Rams great defensive lineman, Jack Youngblood.
Oh, yeah.
Played like a half of a season on a broken leg. And he's considered like like the toughest guy in the NFL
too.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that autograph. And I got that for around $10.
Nice.
And then guys like just all-time great coaches. Yeah. Tom Landry. I mean, when you think the Cowboys, I think of Tom Landry as like the face of that franchise. Check out the number on that card too.
You even had to do an eBay 101 on that one.
eBay 101, 1 out of 100.
That's too funny.
I actually just want to flip through a couple of the cards that we got at the card show too.
All right, yeah, maybe we'll bring it to an end after that.
Yeah, this is Kurt Warner's rookie card, and I was out of collecting whenever this card came out, so I was really glad to pick up one of his rookie cards. I bought a humongous stack of cards at the card show, and I got them for roughly 60 cents a piece. So yeah. So I mean,
yeah, I think you and I spent an hour at that one table going through and then re-going through, and then we thought it was a good deal, and he gave us even a better deal.
Yeah, yeah. He saw how many cards I had in my hand, and he's like, "How about $60?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." This one, Dick Lane. The only guy to make two of he made the Cardinals and the Rams Mount Rushmore.
Right, yes.
No, the Lions. The Lions.
Yeah.
Lions and this guy was mentioned by Greg in our last Mount Rushmore episode as a honorable mention for the Oilers. Alvin Bethea, who's amongst one of the greatest sack men in history.
Yep.
Lance Allworth, who I believe was an honorable mention for the Chargers, but also played for the Dallas Cowboys too. Mm-hmm. One of the great receivers of his time. And then Terrell Davis. So many guys in the hobby really love Terrell Davis. He's the reason why John Elway got a couple Super Bowls. And then got to show off some black gold.
Oh yeah,
Derek Brooks.
Oh nice.
And this is just a base. Well, it's actually out of 100, so it's one of the parallels to the base. But 60-cent black gold card, can't go wrong with that.
Not at all.
And Derek Brooks was easily the face of the franchise for the Buccaneers.
Yep.
I know that
we love our black golds.
I mean, Drew had Bledsoe on as an honorable mention for the Patriots.
Yep.
He was a great quarterback before Tom Brady came around and took his job.
Right.
But yeah, rookie card of him. Just so many great cards, dude. I've really enjoyed widening my scope and going after some of these all-time great players and just learning more about the sport, and just it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is actually kind of a perfect time with no sports, live sports going on, to dive into your team's history a little bit, and it's been a lot of fun.
I have so many more of these kind of cards coming in my next batch from ComC. Like a lot of.
That's the thing with you two. You could get one of each and be good, but you'll probably have several of each of the players because they're so cool. And what you said, $1, 60 cents, 75 cents. Some of them, like that one that was 10. The sweet autograph.
I actually right before we started recording this episode, I had a Deacon Jones rookie card in my watch list on eBay, which was ending, and it hit a price where it was off center. It was not graded, but it was you could definitely see it was off center. And it was beyond a price that I was willing to pay for an off center rookie card. So
sure.
But yeah, I'm looking if I could score a Deacon Jones rookie card for a reasonable price. I just really love Deacon. I actually got a Merlin Olsen rookie card coming.
Nice
from ComC. So
man, this was a lot of fun to do, but I think we'll bring it to a close, man. And maybe we'll have to have another little show and tell with some more that you get.
Yeah. I'll have to like remember which ones I did show off and
right.
Be able to show off some more.
All right. Well, that's going to bring episode 97. Man, we haven't done an episode for a while, right? 97?
Right, 97.
97, the Mount Rushmore retrospective to a close.
SkoL Brothers out.